Forward TV. The world is thinking.
I've watched a lot of crazy people on the internet, you know, truth movements, things like that, saying how much of the American budget and things is supported by the money that comes in from drugs. How much of the resistance to this change is because of this money, and is it legitimately the flow of money from drugs, and is that true in the Australian markets too?
I think it's absolutely true around the world. If you didn't hear the question, it really has to do with resistance to drug policy reform based on revenues that our criminal justice system accrues. And I would dare say that many, including my brothers and sisters in law enforcement, have become dependent, or if you prefer, addicted to that revenue stream. You start looking at those who oppose drug policy reform, at the top of the list would have to be drug dealers, because it will put them out of business. You take those profits and drop them down to some reasonably manageable level, they got to find some other line of work. Bad people and greedy people will find new ways to be bad and greedy. I don't think there's any question about that. But in the case, for example, of alcohol prohibition in my country, I know you have experience with that in this country, our 13 years of alcohol prohibition led to unprecedented levels of violence. Drive-by shootings using Tommy machine guns, overdose deaths in the form of bad bathtub gin, essentially the same kinds of problems that we see today as a result of prohibition and drug trafficking. So I think it's safe to say that everybody who's making a profit is going to be opposed. Those whose budgets are essentially bolstered by drug enforcement money, they'll be opposed. We were talking earlier, our corrections officials, corrections officers are the strongest public union in the United States, bar none, certainly in the state of California. And we're now privatizing much of our prison life. Your system seems to be better than ours, but that's per diem. In other words, the more people you imprison, the more money your company makes. I think making profit off the criminal justice system, which deals fundamentally with social justice, is immoral. So.